Hey, this is Matt from Brody Precision. In this video, we are continuing our Niagara Basics series, and we're going to be creating our first station. So let's jump right in and get started. All right, so we are in Niagara now, and first thing we're going to do is make sure you have Workbench open for the version that you want to use, and we're going to scroll down to that version, in my case 4.15.1, and then we're going to do an install platform daemon, and we're going to say yes. Give it a second, and then you should get a confirmation, and then the window should close. We're good to go. We have our platform running. So now that we have Workbench open, we're going to go up to our tools and do a new station. Here, we're going to create this station that we're going to work on for all of our videos going forward. And I'm just going to call it Demo Station. And you will have a bunch of station templates down here. What these templates are is basically, as you would expect, canned stations that have a bunch of different settings and networks that let you connect to different kinds of interfaces, all pre-set up and built for you out of the box. In our case, we're going to be doing a new supervisor station. So I'm just going to do a new supervisor station windows here at the very, not very bottom, but close to the bottom. And then we'll hit next. Now we are going to want to set our admin password. Remember this password. This is what you're going to need to get into your station. So you can set this for anything, but you need to meet the minimum requirements that Niagara has for a password. So number, special character, capital letter, certain number of characters long. It'll pop up and yell at you if you don't put in the right thing. We're going to hit OK, set that properly. And then, you know what, for our use case, I'm just going to say encrypt the passwords in the station in my user home. I'm going to use that passphrase that I set by default when I did my install, so the system passphrase. You can set this to a custom passphrase if you want to by selecting that second bullet there. And once this is complete, I don't actually want to open it in my user home. There aren't a lot of instances where you're going to want to do that once you're finished the wizard. We want to copy it to our local platform once the wizard is complete. So I'm actually going to choose the second option here so that it opens up my local platform with the station copier once I hit finish. So I'll hit finish here, and then you'll see that it's connecting to my local platform, and then I'll get the dialog to log in, say OK. In my case, I have my login details set already. Your login for your platform is going to be your local user. So it needs to be a local Windows user that has administrative privileges. So in my case, I just created this user in Windows, and we're going to use that. If there's interest in seeing how to create a custom local user in Windows that works for this purpose, leave a comment down below and we can look at that at some point in the future. So we'll say OK to this, and then I will get into my station copier. And it's going to do some loading up of module information, make sure it's in sync and it has the right details between the station and the local platform that's running. So give that a moment or two to do its thing. Once it's done loading up all that information, it's going to ask us a couple questions here. Do we want to start after install? Yes, we do. Do we want to auto start? This is going to be up to you. Typically, when I'm working with stations locally on my machine that aren't out in production, out in the world, I turn off auto start because when I open up Workbench, who knows what I'm actually going to be working on or want to work on. And if you've got a station running already, it complicates things because you have to start it or stop it and then start the one you want to use. So I typically turn off auto start when it's running locally. In production, obviously, if this was a supervisor that was running on a server, you would want to have that auto start on, because if the computer rebooted for whatever reason, you want that station to come back automatically without you having to touch it. Automation is a good thing, as we are very well aware. So we'll hit next, and then it's going to say that all of our files are going to get copied now to the local platform, and it has done so. So we'll close that window, and now we'll open up our application director, which is a function that's in the platform, and we'll take a look at what we see. We can see that our station is starting now, and then we don't have any ports or anything assigned yet because the station hasn't started. Once the station is up and running, like it is now, you'll see that our Fox service, this is what we use to connect to our station from Workbench to work on it. That's at our default 4911. And then we are also using the WebSockets here. That's at 443, as you would expect. And HTTPS is on as well, because that's what sort of makes the Fox WebSocket thing work. HTTPS 443, that's going to be our normal web interface, so that we can get into our station and look at graphics and modify things as we need to from within the browser. So this is the application director. What we will see in this window is basically our standard output. This is where you see errors. This is where you see issues that are happening, and also just information that's happening as the station is up and running. We will get in more depth on the platform in a future video. So for now, we know that our station is running, and we know that we have the ports that we expect there. If I right click on my host now, so we're just going to confirm that our station is up and running and we can connect to it. If we go to our host, right click, do an open station, and then we use our station TLS connection, so 4911 on our local host should get us in. Perfect. You will get a screen that looks like this, where we have to put in our user. So that's going to be admin. And then we're going to put in our password that we set when we created the station. And then you can choose to remember the credentials or not. In this case, because it's a demo, I'm just going to do remember the credentials. And then we'll hit OK. And after a second or two, we'll be connected in, and we can see our full station, and we are now ready to go to modify and build out this station exactly as we need. So hopefully that was helpful and informative for you. Just the first step to get up and running in Niagara. We created our station. That is something that you're going to do a whole bunch of times in the future, and you very well will create a template at some point in there to speed this process up even further for you in the future. Next video, we'll be taking a look at our platform and all the details that you need to know in there that we sort of glossed over in this use case to make sure our station was up and running. So thanks as always for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything in particular with creating the station that you didn't see that you'd like to see, leave that in the comments down below. And as always, if you're interested in Niagara, you want to purchase Niagara, whether it's Honeywell, Johnson Controls, Vicon, whatever you may need, we're here to help. We've got it, and we can help you out with it. So check us out at birdieprecision.com or sales@birdieprecision.com. You can shoot us an email and get in touch. We're more than happy to help. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.